Welcome.
And we are underway in Buffalo. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. Quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Montravius Adams gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that?
Under pressure, they got him again. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So now on fourth down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Take it at the 37. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 63 yards on a punt return score. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And the punt return for the touchdown. It's always such an electric play. It energizes everybody, even us here in the booth.
It really does. And just think about the great punt returners that we've seen in our lifetime. The Deion Sanders of the world, who can change a game so quickly with one return, but who can ever forget my man, Dante Hall, the human joystick.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Shakir hauls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 30 yards. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Allen going to throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's the punter Martin out to kick it away. Here's Austin. And he's loose again. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Covered a lot of ground there. 81 yards on the punt return as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That's the 2nd touchdown return of the game. And yes, we're only in the 1st quarter.
How about that for a start? So he's on pace for 8. You think he gets there?
I don't see how. But right now, he's got to like what he's getting done.
Yeah, he likes it. His team loving it. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 28-0. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it as we resume action. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills ready to take over. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. Third time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, wanting to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Austin. And there he goes again. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Oh, the offensive guy's going to hear about this later. The punt returner thinks he's the only offense his team needs. Kick it to him, he's going to take it back to the house.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early in the elements. You're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? Allen hit. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Steps away to his left.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And he's loose again. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Oh, the punt return, one of the most exciting plays in football.
And it comes from guys of all shapes, sizes, and forms, doesn't it? You never know what you're going to get in a punt returner, but you get a guy, number one, who's fearless. Can make the first guy miss, and then once he's off to the races, I saw you standing up and watching that play just as I was, and so was everyone else in the stadium.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it is 42-0.
Bills nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Bills getting set to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Allen, and that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw.
Quick slant to Shakir.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
And again, it's Allen.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Well, this defense has to feel good because they've now brought down one of the faster quarterbacks in the game. That defensive unit, they're letting us all know they get paid too. They're no slouches themselves.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. And there he goes again. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's a punt return score of 70 yards.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Boswell for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. It's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Forward for a few as the clock will run.
A gain of 4.
It'll be a gain of 4 here, and it will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. The snow certainly making conditions difficult, and it's not likely to get better anytime soon, as we turn it right back over to Brandon and Charles. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Steelers. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Starting the third quarter with Cook.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Allen.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Really good coverage all over the field. And it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a first down here.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Rudolph.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Bills nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To the air, Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now here's Allen.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. And he's loose again. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards.
And the Steelers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And that score gives them a little more separation and a bigger lead.
A little more of a comfort zone now. They can do more things defensively, maybe take a few more gambles as they try to continue to extend their lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This is fielded at the 27. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just a go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stall. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more. They'll try and run it here. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And here come the Bills.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played,
Allen hit. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Allen Robinson, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. He has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now out come the Bills. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Allen will try again on second down.
This play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't it?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
George Pickens.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
They're going to try and run. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bills going to take over again on offense.
And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Allen off the play fake. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On play action, Allen. And that one incomplete.
They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This is brought in at the 21. And there he goes again. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Well, this is really simple. Let's just say it. This quarterback is on fire. Touchdown after touchdown throwing the football. What a day for him.
Boswell for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Allen. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here.
And he's loose again. Still going past the 30. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the two-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And the Bills getting set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And he can't get rid of it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is, For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
And he can't find it. And he goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From midfield, here's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Now we just have to deal with a snow-filled parking lot as we say so long from Buffalo.
I'm just looking forward to getting warm.
Thanks for watching. And if you can, like, thumbs up, comment, subscribe and share. If you subscribe, let me know in the comments section. Thanks, Victory Hand.